Hello. Hello. Why do I say hello? Hello. Hello. Why do I say hello like that? Welcome to your Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. Your source of fun, funny, exciting, entertaining, and educational coaching with a twist of Tough Mama Bear. Oh, entertaining coaching, speaking, and direct sales training with a twist of Tough Mama Bear. No fluff, no hand-holding, no bullshit love. I specialize in helping women step into their personal power, unleash their inner badass, and live the life they love, unapologetically authentic. Okay, so I made it here today, you guys. Woo, woo, woo. Hi, Lydia. Okay, so we are going to add something to our fab saucery here, and that is for sharing. You will get entered in to win $100 in free life coaching training. So make sure that you share this video. Oh, I usually like to have this pulled up before I go live. Make sure you share this video anywhere you feel that people or someone or women could use the support and information and love and help. Hi, Tanya. And so once a week, we will draw a winner for $100 in free product. All right, let me see where my live is. So today we're talking about retrograde, quitting, and what to do about it. Someone woot. All right, first share going up. So if you are on replay, just drop hashtag replay in the comments. I do read the replay comments, just so you know. I'm definitely paying attention to that. Also, if you're not inside of the Step Into Your Personal Power Facebook group, I highly recommend that you join that group because there's a lot of great conversation going on in there. I'm, helping you and other people step into their personal power. And it's just a great place to be a part of because if you read through what people post and then the comments, I'm coaching them and you, through the comments, which really will give you perspective and help you get what you need to take your life to the next level. So you'll want to use that group and the conversations going on in the group as your resource to really grow and change. All right, one more place to start my watch party, and then we are ready to rock. So if you're just joining me, we are talking about retrograde, when you feel like you want to quit, and what to do about it. Now, feeling like you want to quit tends to be a topic that I do a few times a year, but I feel like today is a different perspective, so I am really excited to share it with you, but not like excited like, woo, but excited to share it with you because, hi, Deanna. It's just something that we all go through, and we feel it. And I don't want you to feel like you're alone. All right. Oh, ha ha ha. Timeline. All right. I have to leave my computer up so I can look at comments. And I need to leave it on my lap because the comments disappear. And then, or they don't disappear. I don't pay attention. Okay. So meanwhile, I have my shake to do. Can I tell you what I'm really excited about today before we jump into today's topic? I'm really excited about my new black label patches. I have never used these before, so I'm excited to see what happens. I've been using Thrive for almost 6 years, like religiously, and I got the black label patches this time, so that's what I'm excited about right now. And my really fuzzy rug. That's the other thing that I'm really excited about. And yesterday was National Pig Day. All right, I have to get my notes on Mercury and Retrograde just to make sure that I talk about the right stuff. What did I tag everybody in yesterday? Oh, this post. So first, let's talk about Mercury being in retrograde because most people have no clue what it is. All right. No clue what Mercury being in retrograde is. And I think it's an important conversation to have. Hold on one second. I have to fix this before this goes crazy. I don't know you. And I'm concerned that you're a spammer. Hold on, you guys. Okay. I think I did it. I get so worried that people are spammers, you guys. I did this live once where I wasn't paying attention. Well, I thought it was just a normal person, so let me rephrase. Hi, Nitra. And they were a crazy spammer, and it was a fucking shit show. So, sorry, if you come on my video and you are from China, I'm probably going to block you. And I know that's so rude, but it was a nightmare. All right, so let's talk about Mercury being in retrograde. Hi, Zephyr. So what it is, it's, I'm just going to read this to you because I am not a professional in Mercury being in retrograde. However, I have professionally lived through Mercury being in retrograde for 8 years. I learned about it when I first started in business. And I can't wait to tell you the shittiness that happened because I wasn't even sure if it was a real thing and fucked it all up. Hi, Brandy. So really quick though, for those of you guys that just joined me, make sure you guys share this live. If you are watching this on the page or on my profile, if you're my friend on Facebook, share this live because once a week we are drawing a winner for $100 in free training. All right. So due to the way that our planet orbit interacts with the orbits of the other planet, they might sometimes appear to be traveling backward through the night sky with respect to the zodiac. This is, in fact, an illusion which we call apparent retrograde motion. 3 times a year, shitty times a year, might I add, 3 times a year, it appears as if Mercury is traveling backwards. We refer to these periods as time when Mercury is in retrograde motion, or simply Mercury retrograde. These times in particular were traditionally associated with confusions, delays, and frustration. Think email blunders, and frazzled travel plans. However, this is an excellent time to reflect on the past. It's said that intuition is high during these periods, and coincidence can be extraordinary. So Mercury is in retrograde from February 17th to March 10th. And it's going to be my goal to let you guys know when Mercury is going into retrograde before it happens so you can prepare accordingly. You should be preparing accordingly, okay? It will also go into retrograde June 18th through July 12th. Write that down. And October 14th to November 3rd. Hi, Jana. So this is like the law of gravity. This is like the law of attraction. This is like the law of reciprocity. Whether you believe in it or not, it's going to affect you. The difference is what you do with knowing this information. It will affect you. You will feel frazzled. You will feel frustrated depending on what planet Mercury retrograde is in. You will feel emotional or opposite than you normally feel in personality type. Hi, Tori. So it's going to automatically affect you whether you like it or not. So what do you do when Mercury is in retrograde? The planet Mercury rules communication, travel, contracts, automobiles, and such. I have a thing with contracts and Mercury retrograde. So when Mercury is retrograde, remain flexible, allow extra time for travel, and avoid signing contracts. Avoid signing contracts. I'm going to say it again. Avoid signing contracts. Double check your email responses. Check in with reservations before you take that trip. You want to review projects and plans at these times, but wait until Mercury is direct again to make any final decisions. You can't stop your life, but plan ahead. Have backup plans and be prepared for angrier people and miscommunication. Some people blame Mercury retrograde for bad things that happen in their life. Instead, this is a good time to sit back and review where you put your energy in your life. For example, if family and faith are important to you, are you putting your energies there or just overextending in other areas? Take a moment to reflect. Mercury retrograde can be an excellent time to take a step back and reanalyze who you are and what you are doing. But do refrain from making any drastic changes until retrograde is ended. I'm going to tell you my story in a minute, but I'm just teaching you about it first. The type of influence you feel, so your like emotions and the action that you take and all of that, depends on which of the 12 zodiac signs Earth is in when Mercury goes retrograde. All right? So let's see. I need to Google this. I'm pretty sure it's in Taurus right now. What sign is Mercury retrograde in. Oh, I don't even know if this is, no. I think it's important that you know what sign it is in. And if you don't believe in zodiacs, you have a lot to fucking learn, dude. Hi, Jenny. All right, I already have the dates. I just need to figure out what it's in. The signs that it's in is so important, because once you read about that sign, you can understand your emotions, right? You can understand how you're feeling, and it's going to make a world of difference for you. Okay, so it's in Pisces. Pisces is one of the most emotional signs there is. Generally, a Pisces is the one that you're going to find, well, Leos are more self-deprecating, but Pisces are ones that are, constantly contemplating, whether or not they should be here. So they may not be, I feel like they're suicidal. I think more suicidal. And then you have a Leo that they're usually hurting themselves. And yes, a Leo would normally be more suicidal. And it's not like to say that person's a bad person or anything like that. It's about the astrological sign you were born in. It just is what it is. So it's in the sign of Pisces. So so bad luck is set to kick in. You can expect misunderstandings and setbacks during this period, especially when it comes to your finances. Be sure to check your agenda, your accounts and bills several times over. Fortunately, Mercury will pick up its normal direct trajectory on March 10th in Aquarius. As of this date, everything will become much simpler and faster. You can then wave goodbye to last-minute changes, and tardiness will become a thing of the past. So no, hi Shermanda. Tanya's like, holy shit balls. I know why I feel like a freaking shit show right now. Oh my God. So whenever, listen, this is what it says. You guys, this is important information. Do not get off of here. Like I said, whether you believe in this or not, it's happening to you. So just sit here and take it all in. So it's in Pisces. I told you this is an emotional sign, right? Okay, here we go. Whenever this unsettling astrological event comes into place, everything becomes complicated, especially communication. The retrograde motion brings about major complications in everyday life, as well as huge misunderstandings. Nothing is set to go to plan this Mercury retrograde phase in Pisces and Aquarius, going from February 17th to March 10th. Okay, that kind of repeated the same thing. I wanted it to tell us about Pisces. Okay, so being in Pisces, the planet is set to play tricks on you and confuse you. Your lucidity is likely to take a hit, and you may even see yourself sending crazy text messages that you'll eventually go on to regret. Keeping your wits about you is necessary too, because dishonest people are likely to try and take advantage of you. So when I think about the Pisces sign, I think about how people take advantage of that sign. They're really, really sweet people. They're very, very giving, from the heart. So again, you are pulling those those sign traits onto you, even if you're not a Pisces. So I'm a Taurus. And generally, a Pisces and a Taurus have a hard time together, because we're like, get your fucking shit done. Pull up your big girl panties or big boy pants. I'm at it, and a Pisces like, I'm sad. Like, I'm feeling this way. Knock it off, So there's not a lot of detail. So read about the Pisces sign, the negative traits of a Pisces and the positive traits of a Pisces. And in retrograde, you are going to feel mostly the negative, not the positive. All right. Just want to make sure I was caught up with you guys. All right. So let's talk about how Mercury retrograde has affected me in the past, and how it's affected me now, and what I've done about it, because I'm not a quitter, right? So I remember it's 2012, maybe 13. We're coming from Florida to Utah, taking a pit stop in Colorado, and I end up meeting up with a girl I met online who is my assistant. At the time, I go to a networking event and I meet this new coach. I'd never actually had a coach before, and I had just started my coaching company. So it was at the brink of internet marketing and everything that we now know, because, we're at 2020, so it's been 8 years since then. So Mercury's in retrograde, and I learn about it as we're driving from Colorado to Utah. And I'm getting ready to sign this contract, and I read that you should not sign contracts when Mercury is in retrograde. And just like you, I was like, fuck that, I'm going to do it. It's not going to affect me at all. Let me drink this down so I can put my stuff in it. So I say to myself, it's not going to affect me at all. I'll be fine. I signed this contract with this coach, and it goes on to be a complete fucking shit show. A complete shit show. Oh, Anitra, if you go into... Well, no, you don't look it up for your own sign. Mercury goes into retrograde for whatever sign it's in. So you don't need to look up Mercury retrograde Sagittarius because it's not in Sag. It's in Pisces. So you need to look up about Pisces. But if you go into the Step Into Your Personal Power group, I did a GIF yesterday that has it feels falling on a person. In the comments is the link to learn more about Mercury retrograde. So don't make up your own story with it. It's not in Sag. So going to read Mercury in retrograde about Sagittarius will do you no good, because you're not looking it up for your astrological sign. You're looking it up for the sign that Mercury, the planets are aligning in. Does that make sense? Two different things. So I'm a Taurus. Mercury will go into retrograde in the sign of a Taurus, but it is not in sign of Taurus right now. It is in the sign of Pisces. So every single person on this godforsaken planet is being affected by mostly the negative traits of a Pisces. Doesn't matter what your astrological sign is. All right, resuming. So I sign this fucking contract, and I go on to working with this coach. It's a fucking nightmare. It was a nightmare. And just working with him, it was frustrating. He wasn't good at what he was doing. I was always fucking confused on what the hell he was talking about. It was just so bad. So, again, don't sign contracts during Mercury retrograde. I end up losing $24,000 because he fucking sucks and he doesn't know what he's doing. And it was just horrible. Yeah. And funny enough, I hired, which I didn't know Mercury was in retrograde. I should have checked. But I did hire an ads manager, and she's awesome. But my ads for Facebook are not going near the way that they always go. And I think I signed that contract when Mercury was in retrograde. I hope I didn't. Wait, I might have signed it right before. I'll have to go look. But I swear to you, I think I signed it right, when Mercury was already in retrograde. And my ads are not going well. The results that I normally get are not happening. I'm spending way fucking more money on ads to get, lesser results. Just don't do it. Don't sign contracts. Don't make big decisions. Don't do it. And again, I didn't realize it this year, or I would have never done it. I would have waited. I'd have been like, sorry, I got to sign with you in a month because I don't sign anything during Mercury retrograde. But listen, this is how it's affecting me emotionally. So I know you guys have to listen to me shake this, just chill. I am not a very emotional person. I am more high strung. I'm more aggressive. I'm more on the side of fighting and argumentative and that side more than emotional. I'm gonna quit. Fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. So I'm more on this masculine side than the emotional side. Okay. So with that being said, the last couple of weeks for me have been a nightmare. There's been one thing after another. And I've been so good at dealing with them. Something will happen and I'm oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Usually calling my mom and saying, Mom, don't worry. I'm okay. Because she works for me. So she sees what's going on. So she worries about me, right? Don't worry, Mom. I'm good to go. And I'm working through all of these shit shows. And it's not getting the best of my emotions. And during this time frame, right before Mercury went into retrograde, I hired 2 people and one left. Okay, so in this time, 2 people came, 1 left, and then during retrograde, 1 decided like she had to go, right? Like it was too much, overwhelmed, da 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 da. So when she decided it was that she could not do, full-time job and business and work for me, total respect, like no issues there. I don't have any issues with that. But it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like it was the last straw. And everything has been so fucking hard right now for me. Like launching the Unapologetically You division, fixing the tracks. We've had to redo the free coaching program we designed because there's 2 tracks. There's a life coaching track and a direct sales track. The 3rd track is a business track, but that's the one we're building out last. We have redone these fucking tracks 3 or 4 times. I swear to you. We started them before Mercury went into retrograde, but they didn't get finished before Mercury went into retrograde. So since February 17th, I swear to you, since that time, we fixed these tracks 3 fucking times. It's a nightmare because there are, between the 2 direct sales track and life track, 80, 48. Yeah, 80 and 48. 128 fucking emails. And that doesn't include any of the sales emails that were part of each week. So there was 128 value added emails that needed to be written or crafted or pulled together from whatever. And then another probably 300 sales emails that needed to be formulated. It's a lot of fucking emails and a shit ton of time. And so we had them all set, and then I decided, no, I don't want that to be the offer. I want it to be streamlined and simple. So then we redid all the sales emails and the value email PSs so that they were more streamlined and simple. If you were on the life track, it went to the 90-day shift. That if you were on the direct sales track, it went to my direct sales academy. Great. We get all of that done, and then all of a sudden I don't want there to be like hardly any selling in them. I don't want there to be hardly any selling. Just a very peaceful, hey, if you want more of this, you want to build your direct sales business to $5,000 plus per month in sales, click here. If you're ready to step into your personal power and go from floundering to flourishing in your life, click here. Just simplified, right? Nothing big. We had to go through and change it all again. And then we added bonus on the 5th day. So all those emails had to be written. All the bonuses had to be found and pulled together. These tracks have been a fucking nightmare. You probably got an email from me or a Facebook message that led you to the post about me being sorry for all of the emails and sales and right? So a shit show, you guys. So what day was it? Last Thursday, I was like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm quitting. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not cut out for this. I don't want to fucking deal with it anymore. I'm not going to be a direct sales coach. I'm not going to be a life coach. I'm not going to fucking speak. I'm done with all of it. Like I was all the way done. Just feeling so frustrated and so defeated. The trigger was her leaving, but I don't have any issues with her leaving. That's not the problem. Even though that's what triggered me, it was just the fact that we've redone these tracks so many times. We've put so many fucking hours into them. Like launching this new division has been so hard, and that's because right after the launch, Mercury went into retrograde, right? So, but I didn't know this until about a week and a half ago. So it's just been this uphill battle. And the thing is, when you feel like you want to quit, which is the other part of this live, is when you feel like you want to quit, take a step back, take a deep breath. I talked to one of my biz friends. I talked to my mom, and there was another person. I think one other person. Oh, my team. Okay. So I talked to 3 different sets of people to get through what was on my mind and how I was feeling. And then all these synchronistic events happen. So I'm going to tell you about these synchronistic events. I know this is a longer live. I really want to keep these 20 minutes or less, but I have so much to fucking say. I don't know how to do that. So I'm in the middle of this breakdown. And I don't call it a pity party because I don't hang out there that long. But I'm in the middle of this breakdown and second guessing everything. And I get a message from one of my clients named Alva. Pops up and she says, oh, did you see the event that Anthony Robbins is doing? I love Anthony Robbins. And she knows that. She's been in my world so long. I love him. I was like, no, what event? And she sent me the link. So I go over to this YouTube video that's no longer live. I haven't checked my email today, so I didn't even notice that it was there. And I spend the next 3.5 hours listening to this live, or now it's not live anymore, but when I got to it, they were already done with Anthony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, or whatever the fuck his name is. And I'm listening to it, and not from the perspective of buying into their program, but just from the perspective of whatever messages I needed to hear. And there were so many things that came up that apply to me 100%. Like, I'm getting ready to do my first ever event in one place. So not a tour where I'm coming to you, but where the people locally are coming to my event. It's the first time I've ever done this. It's my Direct Sales World Conference. It's here in Salt Lake City, Utah. No tickets have sold. The ads for it are sucking. Nobody's fucking checking out. I don't even have a full-on marketing plan for it. The event is April 9th, which I still have like 30 days. So when Mercury gets out of fucking retrograde, I have roughly, 28 days to sell tickets to this event. But in my head, I'm in this place. I think I'm going to quit. Cancel it. It doesn't make sense. It's not working. All of these things are my thought process. Sorry, I have to have my shakes. Not sorry. I have to have my shake because I'm going to be working out after, so you guys have to watch me drink today. And it has greens in it because everybody in my house is getting fucking sick and I'm not getting sick. Oh God, my computer. Anyways, so he's talking about his first ever event. Why is this the topic? I don't know. My angels are like, watch this, watch this, watch this. His first ever event has 7 people there. Hi, Katie. Hi, Pam. So that was crazy. He's Anthony Robbins. He says, I spent every penny I had. I pounded the pavement. I did everything I possibly could. And 7 people showed up. And for me, I was devastated, he said, because I had put everything I had into this event. And then he goes on to talk about all of these different things. But that right there triggered for me. Like, I was like, holy shit, that's huge. Meanwhile, I get a Facebook message from this dude who wants me to be a guest on his podcast. So boom, another thing pops up, and he's like, hey, I want you to be a guest on my podcast. And so we go through that entire conversation and he books me in for a guest spot for that. So in the midst of my breakdown, fuck all this, I'm not going to do it, I'm getting these, messages, synchronicities that are helping me move forward. I was never really going to quit. I just felt that way. They're 2 different things, right? I just felt that way. And I knew exactly what to do in feeling that way. So instead of sitting in my feelings, I'm talking to people, right? My team, my mom, and my biz friend, and just sharing what's on my mind and how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. And then in the midst going, what the fuck is wrong with me? I don't even care that she had to quit. Why is this a thing for me? Why am I second guessing? Blah, 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 blah. It was really crazy. So I say all that to say, when Mercury is in retrograde, you will feel and act and present a completely different way than what is your personality type. 1. 2, you've got to give yourself some grace in that journey. And I say that all the time. Give yourself some grace, right? It's going to be okay. You are going to come out the other side. If you choose to sign contracts and do these things that I'm telling you not to do, if you choose to make big decisions about your life when I'm telling you not to, and everything you read will tell you not to, just know that there is going to be a mess that comes from that. And if you're willing to accept that, just know when that mess shows up that you're going to have to deal with that mess. And then move on from there, right? So I am telling you not to make those decisions. However, if you're going to do it, just know that it's coming. And when it does come, you'll just have to get through it and get over it because it will happen. It's happened every fucking time to me. And listen, it hasn't happened because I believe in this stuff and I drew it to me. I didn't know Mercury was in retrograde when, shit started going downhill with the tracks and I feel like it's falling apart and I hired 2 people and I had 2 people quit and then I had another person quit. There's been a lot. So it's been nuts, right? But I didn't know that Mercury was in retrograde when all of this shit showery was happening, right? One, it makes people make rash and quick decisions, and then it affects you, crazy emotionally. And generally, you're not going to get the positive sides of Mercury in retrograde because, like I said, it's usually the negative sides of the personality. So, or the astrological signs. So I want you to take what you've heard today. Mercury is still in retrograde for till Tuesday. So Wednesday of next week, things will start to shift. Oh, excuse me. Take a chill pill. And literally, know that it is going to shift. Everything is going to be okay. It shifts every single time. And if you don't realize Mercury is in retrograde once it is, when you look around your life and all the shit shows that are happening, if you feel like you're in a shit storm, which is a tornado of your life, I bet you at that time, if you Google it, Mercury is in retrograde. Every fucking time. Happens 3 times a year. So right now we're going through it, and then you're going to be like high on life and feels good and spring comes and woo woo, I feel so good. Oh my God, I love everything. And boom, dead middle of summer, Mercury will hit retrograde again. You're like, fuck this, fuck you. I'm done with all this shit. I hate this shit, right? You're ready for a divorce, to run away, whatever it is. Check. Mercury will be in retrograde. I'm telling you when it is right now, and I bet you forget, and then shit will start getting fucked up, and you will remember this conversation. Then we get past that. It's like, yes, I'm so excited. Football season's coming. Da-da-da-da-da. I love it. All of the great feels, because between July and October, you're feeling great, and you're excited for the fall, and then all of a sudden, boom, mid-October, Mercury is going to hit retrograde again. And then you're going to be like, fuck this, I don't know. It's this never-ending cycle. And depending on the astrological sign, sometimes you're more emotional. Then other times you're going to be more aggressive. And then, all of the different things. I'm telling you. I need to put it in my calendar too. Just as a reminder to breathe. And really, it's a great time to reflect, journal, release. You can plan, but don't take action on the plan. And I highly recommend that any projects that you are doing, any things that you do have going on, that you time it to be completed before Mercury goes into retrograde. Take my fucking word for it. So Tanya says, I really needed to hear this at this very moment. I was going to make decisions about some intuitive feelings I was having, and now I'm going to wait. I want to let my soul rest the next 10 days. 100%. You need to. Because, you're feeling all the feels of you and everybody else around you. It's just not that time. So I'm going to jump off here and go get my workout. Thank you for letting me drink my shake. I know it's weird. I'm supposed to be professional, but fuck it. You guys, I do this during the time that I'm getting ready for my workout, starting my morning. I have all this other shit going on, but I wanted to be able to show up for you guys on a daily basis and just riff or talk to you about specific topics, whatever's on my mind. If you have not joined my personal power Facebook group, make sure you do that, because we have the opportunity to go deeper into the things that are holding you back and what's on your mind and the challenges that you're having. It's literally like that resource that you need. It's a life coaching community, and it is a free Facebook group. I'm just showing up and giving you my power on a daily basis. So Monday through Thursday, I'm posting different things, like different topics, different things on my mind, different things that I've written in, the intention of inspiring you and giving you that power that you need to just take that next action, to take that next step forward, to slow down or to step up for yourself or whatever it is. So definitely go join that group and know that it's a safe space for you. There is no judgment. And if anybody does judge you, I'm going to kick them the fuck out. Because that's not what it's there for. It's there for you to have a place to feel like you're supported and have that support that you need. So I should be back here tomorrow. I do have a hair appointment, but my calendar's on my phone. So I should be back here tomorrow. Let's plan on it for your Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. Remember, it's between 9 and 9:15 every day that I pop on here. When I end this video, if you just click to turn on your notifications, you will get a notification every single time I go live. And this next 10 days or 9 days or 8 days, what's today's date? The next 8 days, now more than any, you must give yourself some grace. You must remember, it's all about the progress and not perfection. And it's very important that you're saying yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. I'll see you guys tomorrow.